All right, and then your frogs and toads, they differ in that frogs make a croaking noise. They have slender, longer bodies and moist skin, while toads have more of a rough skin and dry appearance. True frogs include the American bullfrog, and they may grow to 14 inches long. Okay, American toad is the common toad in the United States, and the green tree frog is actually a yellowish green toad with a yellow stripe running from its lower jaw back and along its side. All right, for your reptiles, you have your boa constrictors, your garter snakes, your green antelope, your skinks, your savanna monitors, and your chameleons. I personally am not a big fan of reptiles. Anybody in here own any reptiles? You do? You want to? Oh, no, I don't think I could ever do that. I'm not a snake person at all. All right, for boa constrictors, they are popular pets because they adjust well to captivity and tame quickly. They may grow to 18 inches long and like to feed on small animals such as birds, fish, and eggs. Then your garter snakes, they adjust well in captivity and can be tamed, easily recognized by stripes running the length of their body, and they may reach 2 to 3 feet in length. The green anole is an iguana. It's often found in pet stores, reaches a length of 8 inches, and feeds on insects. Changes color from various shades of gray to brown. Spencer, what type would you want to own? Oh, what? Oh, you can keep your snakes. No, thank you. Okay, and then you have your skink. It's very tame. They make excellent pets. They're very secretive and do best with leaves to burrow under, and they may reach 2 feet in length. Your savanna monitor. It's a lizard that can be used as a pet. It may reach sizes up to 6 feet or more and become hard to handle. That thing is huge. That looks like a, I don't know, dinosaur. What it looks like. That's crazy. All right, your common chameleon. It's a true chameleon that reaches about 10 inches in length and can change their colors rapidly to adapt to their surroundings. really freezing up there, isn't it? Oh, that's crazy. That's kind of cool. So weird. I wonder how they do that. As you can see, that chameleon was able to adapt to their surroundings very easily. That was kind of cool. All right. Just some terminology to know for fishes for part of their physiology. An ornamental fish, so ornamental, means pretty. They're kept for their appearance, their bright colors and fancy fins. They usually have a personal appeal to people, and they're not usually used for food. So they're not, the pretty ones are not usually used for food. Of course, I don't know. I think a dolphin fish is pretty. And it tastes good. So. Your tropical fish, they are popular fish for aquariums. They come from warmer regions of the world. Marine fish, fish that are kept in saltwater aquariums, often more colorful than freshwater varieties. Freshwater fish, fish that are kept in a freshwater tank, and often the most popular fish for pets. Community fish, fish that do well in an aquarium with other species. So examples are going to be your tetras, barbs, catfish, mollies, platis, and swordtails. Your species fish, they do best in an aquarium with fish of the same species. So your examples are going to be your blind cave fish, your piranhas, red-tailed shark, scumbergs, leaf fish, spiny eels, killifish, one pair alone in an aquarium, betas also alone in an aquarium. Gonapodium, it's a modification of the anal fin into a tube-shaped organ in male live bearers that provides passage for sperm packets to enter the oviduct of the female. So you see the gonapodium here in this picture. Live bears, these are fish that are going to give birth to live young. So your examples are going to be your guppies, mollies, platis, and swordtails. Your egg layers, fish that expel eggs from the female to be fertilized by the male. So like we watched yesterday, so those would be your tetras, barbs, catfish, or goldfish. Shoals are going to be your small colonies of fish. Some species prefer to live in a shoal. Your examples are going to be your African redfin, your catfish, and your tetras. Spawning, so that's going to be the reproduction ritual where eggs are deposited and fertilized by egg-laying species of fish. Scales, these are those thin bony plates that develop from and are embedded in their dermis. Scales overlap each other to provide protection. The exposed part of the scale is covered with a thin layer of epidermis that produces a slimy mucus, which protects the fish from the waterborne bacteria. Fish must maintain proper levels of salt and water in their bodies. Water flows from the areas of weak salt solution to areas of strong salt solution by doing osmosis. Freshwater fish don't need to drink water because their body concentration is higher than the water, so they don't need to drink the water. Saltwater fish have a lower concentration of salt in their bodies than in the water, therefore they must drink water to keep from dehydrating.
Here it is, bro. Not your daddy. Who's not your daddy? Listen, I'm not your daddy. No. Hello, hello. Hey, Paul? Yeah. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. It's a nice place. I've never been here before. Well, you're in for a treat, so let's go get some meat. A lot of restaurants have our aquariums. They help bring people in. We get theme them after the restaurant. We made burgers and stuff. We put stuff inside the aquarium. So when you look at it, like, that looks so real. It looks like a burger's underwater. We can do all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, but anything that we have to do in the tank, we got to get to try first. First of all, I just like that you guys are local. It's like us, born in Vegas, raised in Vegas type situation. Oh boy, watch your New York accent. Forget about it. My accent's been long gone for a while now. I'm pure Vegas. And you decide if you wanted fresh water or salt water. It's kind of thing. I'm confused. What does he want? So you called us down because you didn't want a fish tank or you want a fish tank? Well, there's something else that we're going for. Let me show you. I'll be right back. Let me show you. You got drawings? I don't know. Maybe he's got another dish. All right. Breakfast of Champions here. Scorpion shot. Oh, scorpion shot? Yeah, that's what scorpion. You want me to do a shot with scorpion in it? These are free for consumption. Wow.
Well, that's kind of cool. Well, can't say that I would ever take that, but you know. All right, some of the feeding habits of bottom feeders or dwellers. Those are going to be your fish that inhabit the lower level of the aquarium and feed off of the bottom, obviously, their name. Their mouth may be turned down or underslung, and they may have barbs to help them locate food. An example of this type of fish would be a barb. Your middle feeders or middle water fish primarily occupy the middle layer of the aquarium and usually have small mouths that are straightforward because they are eating feed that is straight in front of them. Your top feeders usually eat from the surface level and occupy the upper levels of the aquarium. Often their mouths will be turned upward and they will have long, streamlined bodies designed for rapid movement to help them catch insects. Some fish, like goldfish, do not show a preference for the level of the aquarium. All right, and then the last part we're going to do today is their physiology and respiration. So fish use their organs called gills to breathe. So sometimes you can see the gills on the sides. You can see where they're using those to breathe. Water is drawn through the mouth by constant opening and closing of the mouth. It forces water into the pharynx and out through the gills. So as you can kind of see in this GIF. The dissolved oxygen in the water is taken into the blood and CO2 is released into the water from the gills. A few species of fish we talked about come up to the surface and gulp air into their mouth. They're able to use the atmospheric oxygen because part of their intestines allows for the intake of oxygen. The air is then swallowed into the digestion system and taken into the bloodstream. Their fins, so their fins are going to be their movable structures. They allow the fish to swim and maintain their balance. Most bony fish have rayed fins, consist of webs of skin supported by bone or cartilage rods called rays. Rays can be sharp, soft, or spiny. Fins are also very flexible. Most fish have at least one fin along their back. Remember, we kind of talked about their dorsal fin. One underside near the tail, their anal fin, and one tail fin, which would be their caudal fin. Some have a small fleshy fin located between the dorsal and the caudal called an adipose fin. I don't know if that's right. Fish also have a pair of fins located behind the head called the pectoral and pelvic located behind them.
Who are you guys?
Do you like it?
What's going on?
Do you remember the show Tank that we've seen a bunch?
Yeah. Get out of here. Surprise! You gotta be kidding me.
A good kidding me.
Yeah.
All right.
This is unbelievable, man.
So we heard you're a big fish fan, and we heard you're a big fan of this show.
Yes, I am. I don't even know what to say. That is great. But this is great.
Oh, you got tanked.
You got Tank?
Yeah.
She said you're very hard to surprise, and she wanted to create something amazing for you, so that's why we're here.
Well, mission accomplished.
We pulled it off. Surprise, surprise, surprise. There you go. We wanted to make something extra special for you, so we incorporated our redneck to help you out with something pretty awesome. Go ahead, Red.
We can't put real antlers in here because they'll deteriorate and make a big mess of your tank. So I actually went into my collection of antlers and casted them. One of the songs I like most, Big Green Tractor. I included a big green tractor in your tank.
It's similar to the one that's outside the yard, so that's good.
Redneck loves the one outside, don't you? I'm just telling you, love it. It's beautiful. You saw it. You love it, right? This one doesn't have AC and surround sound, but
How do you know? How do you know it's got AC?
Redneck told me.
Oh, you've been cutting some grass? If not, I got plenty for you to cut out here.
Took the tractor and borrowed it to help get the tank off. I hope you didn't mind.
Hey, all good.
So inside we have a raccoon butterfly. Those guys that come from Hawaii, and they get to be about 6 inches. Also in there, you got something pretty cool. It's called a saddleback butterfly. Like being a cowboy riding horses. It's got a bunch of squirrels. Yeah, you got a bunch of squirrel fish right there. Candy cane. Yeah, those guys are called candy cane squirrel fish. And those guys, they need a big aquarium. So this aquarium is perfect for them with lots of hiding spaces. Overall, you got about 45 fish in here. We made it a community tank, so everybody in there is going to get it.
That's cool, man. A lot of colorful fish too, which I like.
Same.
I'm blown away, man. This is first of all, I didn't think you guys would be in my house, and second of all, I think it's perfect with the deer antlers and tractors and just the type of fish that are in there. I mean, I'm a saltwater guy, so I love all this stuff. This is amazing.
All right. So that was Jason Aldean and his new fish tank. It was very pretty, had a lot of really cool fish in it. All right, any questions about fish, about the parts of amphibians, the types of amphibians we've gone over so far? Any questions on any of that? Okay. Obviously, probably your notes are not done yet. We still have a few pages that we're going to go through together. So you don't need to submit anything yet for this. You can wait until we are completely done filling out your notes to submit them. Any questions for today? All right, well, if you don't have any questions, you're free to log off. Remember, tomorrow is asynchronous, so you'll have a video posted or work that you'll complete, but we will not meet on Zoom. Y'all have a great day.